I really want to see Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker, but I don't think we're going to see it until WrestleMania. I'm genuinely stunned that the LWO have actually won a match. This situation absolutely sucks for Austin Theory. What is up, wrestling fans? I'm Ben Allison. You are watching Allison Analysis, the show where basically I give you my 5 key findings from last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. Some people watch it on YouTube, a lot of people don't, and then everybody heads to the Instagram comments to complain about my takes. That's basically the gist of things, so let's get into it. In at number 5, is Bayley going to cost Lyra at SummerSlam? Because the introduction of the no disqualification stipulation in Lyra versus Becky is quite interesting. It has kind of come out of nowhere. Now, obviously, they've had quite a few matches. This will be their blow-off match, so it makes sense in that regard. But there's not really like a proper reason for it, and it has just felt quite random. And what also felt random last night was Bayley and Lyra teaming together. So you don't really have to be Einstein to work out what's probably going to happen here is Bayley's just going to come out at the end of the match and cost Lyra the match and Becky will win. And while I'm not entirely sure about the way they've actually gone about it, I am glad that it's Bayley turning heel because, like I said before, she needs something right now. She kind of has just been stale, and Bayley is too good to be stale. And I know a lot of people have been speculating about this Lyra heel turn, but Lyra is one of those wrestlers. She has one of those faces where they just kind of feel like a baby face. And I think turning somebody like that heel, especially this early into their career, is kind of a little bit of a waste. Because in most cases, after you turn someone like that heel, it is hard to get the fans fully behind them again. I mean, literally, the perfect example is Bayley. So I would at least save the Lyra heel turn for a couple of years down the line, let fans get sick of her being a babyface, and then do the turn. In at number 4, on air, can we please not break kayfabe? Off air, I really couldn't care less. I know a lot of fans have an issue with this WWE Unreal series. I don't. I'm excited to watch it. I'm sure a lot of it's still going to be fake anyway, to be honest. But please, on air, don't acknowledge the fact that WWE is scripted. Yes, obviously, I know it is. Yes, obviously, most of the audience knows it is. But when you are watching the product, you want your disbelief to be suspended, and being told about the writer's room during an episode of Raw by Michael Cole, I mean, I don't really want to see that. I mean, in movies, you see behind-the-scenes footage, but you don't see them plugging the behind-the-scenes footage during the movie. That's the difference here. Well, unless you're Deadpool or something, but I don't think Michael Cole's wearing a big latex suit, is he? In at number 3, whether this injury is real or fake, this situation absolutely sucks for Austin Theory. They spent 2 years building this never-ending storyline of between A-Town Down Under and teasing this heel turn, and quite frankly, there's only been one good moment in the 2 years of storytelling, and that's when they temporarily won the tag team championships. But guess what? Now it's over. Like that, no breakup angle, nothing. And that kind of frustrates me because if Theory is injured, I mean, have Waller do his own thing for now, obviously, but wait until he gets back to do the split. At least have some sort of blow-off. But despite not really doing much over the last couple of years, during the small window of opportunities which Austin Theory has had, he has showed major improvements, specifically with one thing, and that one thing is charisma. As well as capturing audiences during his promos. A lot of the times they're during ad breaks on Raw. A lot of the times the stuff is on Main Event. But the fact is, finally, he has learned how to engage with the crowd. Finally, he knows how to really capture them and get them invested in him, which was something which previously he wasn't really too good at. But truthfully, I'm now really worried about his future in WWE because this guy is so young, he's so talented, fantastic in ring, and like I said, he's continuing to improve over and over and over again. But my worry is he's not even going to be given a chance, an opportunity to show that he has improved when WWE literally need more people around his age right now. I can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around Triple H's booking of him, to be honest. I mean, maybe this is going to be a Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes situation where they have to leave the company, then return to fulfill their chosen one prophecy. Maybe it'll be like that. Hopefully it'll be like that, but I'm just worried about him right now. Also, if you guys aren't following my Allison Analysis Instagram page, I've been doing push-ups every single day until Austin Theory wins a match, and I guess I'm just going to be doing push-ups forever at this point now. I mean, I'm going to look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I guess. But before I look like a 1980s wrestler, could you guys please hit a like and subscribe on this video, because genuinely it does help us out a lot. The YouTube algorithm, quite frankly, it's an absolute headache. It's more of a headache than Austin Theory's booking. I can barely get my head around it, but what I do know is hitting like and subscribe and leaving a comment genuinely does help us out absolutely massively. Thank you guys. In at number 2, I'm genuinely stunned that the LWO have actually won a match. I mean, I never thought this day would come, but I'm happy it is because the LWO is actually stacked with talent. And you guys know me, I've been a big supporter of Dragon Lee for years now, since I saw him as Ryu Lee in New Japan Pro Wrestling. This guy is genuinely world class, such an underrated wrestler, potentially one of the best wrestlers on the planet right now, and nobody brings his name up in that conversation. But the two guys I don't really talk enough about are Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, because both of those guys are incredibly talented as well. A fantastic tag team, a lot of chemistry together, but they've barely been used well in WWE. So they just never really win matches, and therefore last night I literally had zero expectation they were going to win the match. I was absolutely stunned, genuinely watching it. I couldn't believe my eyes. But I guess we're getting the LWO versus the Judgment Day for the tag team titles. And at least in a championship capacity, this is new, this is fresh, and I'm all for that, and this is what the Raw tag team division desperately needs. Well, that and a draft. I feel like 90% of wrestling's problems could just be solved through a hard brand split, but you know, what do I know? And in at number 1, I really want to see Roman Reigns versus Bron Breakker, but I don't think we're going to see it until WrestleMania. I said last week I thought we were going to get, based on the segment, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed at SummerSlam, and after last night's segment, well, that looks like it's aged incredibly well. But the part that is incredibly annoying to me is the fact that this program is not making me want to see that. It is making me want to see Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker. Those two together, it just feels like magic. I desperately want that match. I really, really do. But I do think we are going to have to wait a bit longer, well, actually quite a bit longer, until next year to see it. And honestly, as frustrating as it is, I'm okay with that, because this is a WrestleMania-worthy match. And imagine Bron Breakker on only his second ever WrestleMania stage, getting to face Roman Reigns. That is a big deal and will make him out to be a big deal too. Plus, I imagine Rollins is going to be involved in something to do with the world title at WrestleMania, so at least this will give Roman Reigns a big match as well. Anyway, enough about my thoughts. Let's get into the thoughts which you guys have sent in to us via the Wrestling Republic Instagram page. And let's kick things off with the Real Som 2, who says Naomi should get some sort of upper hand in terms of attacks and interferences. And I'm so excited to see a Bayley heel turn. First thing first, on the Naomi thing, it's probably a good sign that she's kind of getting beaten up right now, or running away, I should say, because at least that means she's probably going to win at the PLE, and I want to see her have a long title reign. As for the Bayley thing, I completely agree with you. She needs something to freshen her up, but I do hope her heel character is a bit different to the one we saw from her last time, because obviously we've already seen that one. Neo Martin _97 says all that time to build up a Theory and Waller breakup, and then they just do it with a random throwaway backstage segment without Austin Theory. It's frustrating. I understand an injury, I do, but I don't think you needed to do it until he came back. Grayson Waller could have just been having a singles run. Hey, maybe he could have been having a successful singles run, and then that could justify the breakup, with him claiming, hey, I'm doing better without you, Theory. But I just don't think Triple H cares about Austin Theory. Isaac Cheetah 7 with a really positive comment that the highs were AJ Styles. That is all. I mean, a bit mean, but fair enough. AJ Styles was hilarious all episode long. I will give you that. Him just going after Dominic wearing different outfits. It was really funny. A hell of a 24 hours for AJ Styles, that's for sure. Charlotte Talk Scrap says the highs were Io and Stephanie. That was a banger until the finish. It really was. I was loving it. And the lows were the distraction finishes. Yeah, Raw and WWE are doing an awful lot of these again at the minute. And it's kind of weird because when Triple H originally got given the pen, they didn't do many of these for quite some time. But recently they have really been brought back into fashion. And last but certainly not least, Amir Singh says the highs were AJ Styles, another person showing respect to the Phenomenal One, and the low, where is LA Knight? Well, Amish, you would be forgiven for forgetting the fact that a brand split does exist and that LA Knight is on SmackDown, because LA Knight is on Raw half the time. It's impossible to keep up with. Like I said, I think almost every problem in WWE could be solved with a hard and fast brand split. Hard and fast, simple as that, and the problems would be sorted. But that does bring us, guys, to the end of another exhilarating edition of Allison Analysis. If you did enjoy, or at least did not hate it, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Saturday to waffle a little bit about Friday Night SmackDown. I look forward to it. Have a fantastic week, guys. Peace!